Let's go this way. Alright, today is a big deal. I'm gonna go look at a boat. It's a Piper 35. It's newish, and most importantly, it's only $10,000. And it actually looks like it's in pretty good shape, so let's see if it's as in good shape as the pictures make it look. So this is actually the smallest of the Piper tries I've been looking at. The smallest one. 35? You say 35 or 36? What is it? It's a 35. I think they only made the 35. They don't make it. They made it 37 too. But it's nice and new. Cracks don't indicate anything really. The higher I get though. Oh. No, the wetter it is actually. Oh, it's quite wet down here.
Maybe well, because it's always outdoors, I don't know. In the rain and the snow.
Well, you know, expect it to be wet back here. Some delamination. And that can change based on paint, on moisture, but it can also change just on like the materials in the wood. Alright, so now that we're on our own again, let's just take a second and mull over that boat. Alright, so spec-wise, it's a 1990 Piper 35. It is quite small. It's smaller than I was looking at, but after seeing it in person, in retrospect, it's actually pretty damn big. And it really puts a lot of the other boats I've been looking into in perspective. The space inside the boat is quite cramped, and without a forward or an aft cabin, it's pretty much unusable. So those would be something I'd have to do. I'd have to put in an aft cabin and a V-berth, and that's a lot of work. Adding to a lot of the work, there's at least 5 problem sections on the hull. One fairly large one, the other ones are fairly small, and those are the ones I spotted. Problem with trimarans is there's 3 hulls and there's a lot to go over. That means a lot of sanding, and a lot of the boats I've been looking at have been actually cheaper than this boat, and they're cheap mainly because it's somebody going under taking under a refit, and they get halfway through and they give up. But that's good news for me. That means that they've already done a lot of sanding, they've already done a lot of fiberglass work. Maybe some of their work might not be up to par, maybe some of it is, but either way, a good chunk of the work has already been done. I like that. This boat, on the other hand, it needs a refit. It's at the beginning of a long process, and given the fact that it's here in Ottawa and that I would have to be basically living here through the winter to survive that and all of the other bits, it's just not a good fit, no matter what the price. Now that being said, I'm not saying this boat's a bad deal. At 10 grand and with some bargaining room, I think it's a pretty good deal. It's a fair deal anyway. It's just not the right deal for me. Given that I haven't seen a winter in almost 3 years now, I'm not really quite ready to go launching full headfirst into a winter living in a sailboat that I'm currently renovating. I think that would be pretty miserable. At least one of the winters here. Well, now a winter out west, like most of the other sailboats I've been looking at, that's a lot cozier. And a winter in Mexico, that's even better. So those are the other boats I'm looking at. I'll keep you tuned on that, but I thought it'd be kind of nice to see today because I can actually look at a boat and it's not just emailing and phone calls. Because the other 30 boats I've been talking to are all emails and phone calls. So yeah, well, stay tuned. Other boats are coming, and they're weird and different. And yeah, I'm still gonna mull this one over for a bit longer before I fully commit to letting it go, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna let it go.